wasn't that James Houston that wanted to play inside? And they
No, he was linebacker. You know, he was at Florida, underutilized at Florida. He was a linebacker, like middle linebacker.
Yeah.
And what Coach Prime and told him at the time was, and he fought it. Finally bought into it. You saw the results, but he fought it like, hey man, you can't go to the next level at that position.
Right.
This is where you trust us. But anyway, I ain't never done that before. You know, again, use Shad's example. O-line found a success at D-line.
Yeah.
I probably had more success at O-line.
Yeah, but
I was stubborn.
Yeah, you see what I mean? Yeah, it's like it happens.
Right.
It happens. And you see it in basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got 5 positions out there. Now, the center is probably a given because you got to be big.
Big and big.
But, you know, in this that modern era, you know, the 1 through 4 is about the same size.
Yeah, in this era of basketball.
But how do you best help the team and yourself? And sometimes, I don't want to run point. Dog, you're not a point. You're a small forward.
Right.
Oh, but I've been point all my life. Okay.
Well, I mean, the Houston example is perfect. Look at him. You know, he didn't play the first part of the year, and he still was like, 2 sacks away from taking over Hutchinson. And breaking that record in his year in his production. I mean,
got a contract out of it.
Got a contract out of it. I mean, you just got to trust your coaches. I mean, they, you know.
But you've seen guys that quit.
Oh yeah.
And you like, hey, why you quit, man? You know, I ain't studying the coach. I showed, you know, did you really hurt him? That's right.
Nah. Your time is limited. His time is, you know, as long as he keeps the job, you know, his time is that.
And you know that being said, Preston, I'm gonna piggyback off something you said earlier, talking about the decision making, you know, when it comes to certain things. And Neely, I want you to answer this question for our viewers as well. How important is mental health, the mindset, the emotional feelings when it comes to making these decisions as an athlete, but also, again, having that in the world of mental health, we call it that microsystems to help things. So how important is the mental health aspect when it comes to those athletes to be able to make those decisions?
First, I got to slide in a joke. Preston wasn't blessed to go to Jack State like us, so he might not understand micro and macro. So you kind of
I think they squeezed that in PWI. They squeezed that part in too.
Let me help out. That is vitally important. You know, again, you can attach some stuff to social media.
Right.
You know, 3 of us coming up, and my pants were flooding. Only the folks in my math class at Blackburn knew.
Right.
You know, now somebody can take a picture of it and you become a meme, and the world sees it. And you're viral forever.
Right.
You know, you're now 20 years older than when that picture was taken, and you still people making jokes about that picture.
Right.
So they live in a different level of scrutiny and environment where mental health is exponentially important now because so much stuff is impacting their well-being.
Right.
And you know, you can't do right unless you think right.
Yeah.
Key point.
You know, you got to be in the right mind frame to accomplish whatever is to face these obstacles. You'll see teams even now, you know, Coach, where you know they'll have somebody on staff.
Right.
I saw that. I actually did. LSU has somebody.
Prime has a guy in Colorado whose focus is literally
the social
your mindset. You know,
mindset.
Make sure everything all right. You know, do you have somebody to talk to?
Right. You know the irony. You said something that made me laugh. We had a conversation around the bar one night, and people were talking about this era. We were talking about social media and how you become a meme. You know, and I said, look, we had to kill what we had. Because you only dated a girl that was in your neighborhood or the neighboring school, or you went out that night.
You a necromancer.
Yeah. But look, this day and age, man, you can pick up that phone and you can go around the world.
Man, I had a spirited debate with my son a couple of years ago. This was when he was in high school. I said, man, you ain't got no game. He said, what you talking about? I do got game. I said, let me tell you why you ain't got no game.
Right.
I said, when I was in your age, 10th, 11th grade, and I called a young lady's house.
Oh, yeah.
90% chance.
Talk to her parents.
I got to talk to one of her parents for 5 or 6 minutes before they even tell her the phone for you.
9 times is a father.
Yeah. So you had to have some Eddie Haskell. Y'all go Google Eddie Haskell. You had to have some Eddie Haskell to know how to get Miss Cleaver relax.
Yeah,
Because me and Beaver about to get into some stuff, but I can't. You know.
Right.
So now, you know,
Nobody
they
knows.
just text WYD.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
and so their communication skills are not at the level that they should be,
Right.
because they communicate in shorthand, they communicate directly, and that's one of the things we work with athletes is, you know, how to talk without saying like and and you know what I mean, you know what I mean,
And that bugs
just
the hell out
like
of me.
practicing a shot,
Right.
or just like
Yeah.
working on that sled. I'm using
Yeah.
basketball and football
Right,
references
right,
for my
right,
two
right.
athletes here. You have to do that in your language too.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you have to practice talking and
Right.
practice not stammering and practice getting your thoughts out,
Yeah.
Right.
because because of direct contact with people,
Right.
there is a dumbing down of communication now, because you just get to talk in emojis now.
Right.
You don't have to
Quick,
verbally
yeah.
talk in complete sentences. You ain't got to impress mama before she go get on the phone no more.
Right.
And you don't have that embarrassment either. Remember that day, you and your boys go hang out, and you on one side, you gonna ask the girl on the other side, you gotta take that walk back, and they all looking at you coming back at them like, you know what just happened.
Yeah, you
So-
got shot down.
Oh yeah, you get shot down. I used to make that little quick, like, get shot down, go straight to the bathroom.
Delay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that loop, let them get calmed down a little bit before I come back out.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was life though. I mean, that's some of the things, that over the years, because you've been knowing, I've been knowing you since I've been in Jackson, that I've watched you work with athletes and things like that. And I wanted people to know that aspect of it, because most people see the pregame show and they see you doing those interviews and the people you're around, but they don't see all the work that comes behind.
I appreciate that. It's everybody love Beyonce and Destiny's Child, but they ain't see him on Star Search with Ed McMahon.
Right.
You just don't start big.
Mm.
You have to grow and bring other experiences to the table. And one of the things I tell young folks, whether they're getting into the YouTube game or getting into athlete management or sports agencies or coaching or starting camps, marketing, you name it, what I tell them is, if I'm talking to a guy that's age 22 and I'm sitting here about to be 52, you can't compare chapter 22 of your book to chapter 52 of my book.
Right.
Not only are they two different books, I'm 30 chapters ahead.
Right.
What you want to do, now comparison is the thief of joy. You shouldn't compare at all.
Right.
But if you're going to compare, look where someone was when they were your age.
Right.
With their opportunities, what they do. Make sure you're comparing apples to apples. Because to say, oh man, I'm going to do this, he did it, it's a little more than that.
Right.
Right.
There's a little more than you
They
look
don't
at
have
this
the
business
heart
that
of it,
you guys put together, man. Churchill's been with what, 8 years?
8 years, yeah.
Most small businesses don't make it one, and then the rest fail within the first 5.
Right.
Like you're going on a decade, and so you'll see a lot of people run out and try to do stuff, but they don't know the homework that was done, the resources that were put in to be successful. It looks overnight because you just became aware of it.
Right.
But it's been going on a long.
Right.
People look at Chad like, oh, I know Chad, he coaching now. Oh well, coming out of high school in '93, him and Peyton Manning on the same list.
Right.
Like, they don't know that. They ain't see that work.